Shalom, family. It's your brother ZAMAR coming at you again with Get This Truth. All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah Achad, who is one. Alright. We're doing a little something different today, family. We're coming at you live, streaming at you live, alright? All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah Achad. Right? I'm trying to build with the family, though. Right? We're going to do a little something different. Alright? We're going to come with some scriptures. Alright? And we're going to come with a live card. Alright? We're going to take a few cards. Alright? So all praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah. Alright, we're going to start out with Isaiah, the 3rd chapter and the 5th verse. Alright? Now, if you don't have the scripture, alright? Slow. Alright. Yeah, family. Israel's so much discourse. Hey, but you heard all of the scoffing going on, right? By Israel and our science, with our temple, right? So, but anyway, all praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah, all right? And appreciate all the love and support, all right? From all of the brothers and sisters, all right? We swing the blade, all right? And at the same time, we're going to give a shout out to your haters too, all right? Because with your haters, all right, Almighty Yahawah keep just blessing and increasing. As long as I keep giving you, thus says Yahawah, all right? All right? All right? You don't have the resources right here to add this right here. All right? This is the Tanakh, all right? Without your Greek letters. All right. Anyway, fam, we're going to chop it up with a brother. Brother that's respectable brother. Don't hate him up. All right. We're going to start out with this caller right here. All right. I'll praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. How you doing, my brother? All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah Achad.
I'm doing fine.
That's what's up. That's up. We live, brother. We live on the air. All right. Shopping the devil with the family.
All praise be to Yahawah, blessing.
Oh, praise it. Glory be to Yahawah. Yeah, I just got through thanking all of the family with the support, all right? And I even gave a shout out to all of the haters, you know. As long as we keep giving them Yahawah Achad, he just gonna keep blessing, all right? All right, everybody holding on to the wall, groping that new day. But, you know, that's how it is with the family, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, they do have a tendency to want to drink that wine, but we'll be all right.
Okay. And we was starting out with Isaiah 3 and 5, and let the family see my desktop, just in case they don't have that scripture around. Let's see.
Okay, Isaiah, what was that? Isaiah what? What was that?
Isaiah 3rd chapter, and the 5th verse.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna pull it up for the family on the screen. You know they like that King James version, but I mean till you get to the etymology of what the words are, you still gonna be reading it like it's a storybook, pretty much. But anyway, we gonna keep it moving, and that's all. Keep this y'all. All right. So here's Isaiah 3 and 5. It says, I'll start with the international version. People will oppress each other, man against man, neighbor against neighbor. The young will rise up against the old. The nobody against the honor. All right?
Uh-huh.
The nobody against the honor. The old against the young. You know. Let's get to KJV. And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, or the elders, and the base against the honorable. Right?
Uh-huh.
So, with all the dummy down that's going on in Israel, all right, we see exactly what's going on. And so, it's quite relevant, the old against the young, and, actually, we are going to bring out, this won't be on the screen, all right? So, in the Tanakh, says, the people will be oppressed, man by man by man, and man by his fellow. They will domineer the youngster over the elder, and the base over the respectable. All right? So basically, everything on the bottom is on the top, and everything on the top is on the bottom. It's everything in reverse. You know, it's sad, but it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. But it is what it is. We was gonna bring. You got any scripture to bring up?
I will just as soon as I can. As soon as I'm headed to the prayers now.
All right, come. Cause we gonna keep giving it to him. This and Yahawah. All right.
50,000 watts of fucking hip-hop
That's the only thing that we need to be following on. That's the only thing we need to line up on.
Okay.
I mean, leave all that foolishness behind. I mean, come on. Everybody wants to, look. I was there too. I ain't like I've always been woke, but you know, I mean, but when you see the truth, when you see the truth, you should have the spirit of the Most High in you to be able to recognize and to identify with the truth, and then see what you believe. It's a difference between knowing and believing. Just because you believe something does not make it true. Just because you believe. I mean, a lot of people have believed things, but it wasn't true.
Okay.
But it's another thing to believe something and then find out the truth, and then just because it's something that you're not accustomed to, and it seems foreign to you, does not mean that it is the truth. But that's what most of us do. We hear the truth, see the truth, and then we want to revert back to what we are accustomed to doing. I mean, come on, man. I mean, look, what are you going to do? Are you going to? I mean, number one, this is my whole assessment on the whole thing. When Josiah, when they brought him the laws, when they brought him the Torah, and they said, they showed it to him. Where did they find the Torah? They found it. It was hidden in the church. That's where the laws are today. They're hidden in the church. They in there. They just hidden. You know, what did Josiah say? He read the laws for himself. He read the truth. Saw the evidence. And then the first thing Josiah said, he said, our fathers have erred. I mean, look, I love my father too. But you know, he has erred because all that he knew and learned and stuff was someone that was following in error too. So, you know, I can't get mad at my father because, you know, he was bitten by the same snake that I was bitten by, you know. So, but once the truth come along, look, I had to have the same spirit that Josiah had and say, Lord, forgive me. You know, I mean, look, swallow your pride, come to the realization I didn't believe in the lie. I thought it was true, but now I got to face this reality and then deal with it. I mean, and that's where that's where we are today. People don't want to deal with the reality of it because they don't want to lose no friendship. Man, look, everybody was going to dressing up and going down the street. They said, "You going down there? We having a service today." And then you knew that at the end of that street down there was a gas chamber, but you still keep going down there. I mean, and that's what's happening with the Christianity thing. Look, Christianity is a made up concept by and was formulated and drafted by Rome.
Okay.
Roman Catholic Church, man, they hooked that thing up, and man, and they used it with impunity. I mean, they come against our people with that, man. That's how they keep us in line, you know. And then we got our leaders today. You try to tell them something about the history, and they say, "Man, we ain't supposed to be reading them books." Man, who in the world told you that we wasn't supposed to read them? They say, you're not supposed to be reading them books. Anyone come preaching another gospel, but they have to understand who was they talking to and who was doing this talking. And what gospel were they talking about? See, don't nobody ask them questions. They just go on what they were told. And then they say, "Oh no, man, we can't read them books. Man, it's gonna be a curse to us." And the curse, you're already cursed because you're not following the law. That's the number one thing. That's why you cursed. You ain't following the law. Man, you tell them what day they're supposed to be worshiping on. They want to worship on Sunday. I go to church on Sunday. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Now that's what you ain't supposed to be doing.
Okay.
You know, but they say you ain't supposed to read them, but no, you ain't supposed to be going to church on Sunday. You know, they're doing everything they want to do on Saturday. They out here breaking the Sabbath, ain't keeping it no kind of way. What do they be doing on Saturday? They going to the barber shop. They going to the stores, doing all this shopping stuff. That is the Sabbath. They ain't supposed to be doing none of that stuff. But yet, you know, they swear that they in good conscience in standing with the Most High. I don't understand it, you know, but I mean, look, when I read it, I received it. That's all I can say. I don't know why you can't read it and see what's going on and get yourself straight. You know, that's just that's what I go with. That's what I found out to be true, and I'm gonna keep searching for truth.
Okay.
And it ain't like I just discovered it and I have arrived. No, Yahawah is continuously leading and guiding me into all truth. But that's what it says in it. It says that even over there in the New Testament, it says even the Spirit of Yahweh will come and lead and guide you into all truth. So you got to ask yourself, what is the Holy Spirit? It's the Spirit of truth. I said, yes, you're going to worship Him. You got to worship Him in spirit and in what? In truth. Not in this weak fable that they come up with and want you to accept. No, man, you got to come to the reality of it. And I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, but you'll be all right. Trust me. I ain't never know nobody died because they was following the concepts and the statutes of the Most High. Not if they was following.
Good. But hey, we still suffer under the same. This is the same. These the curses. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the brothers and sisters off into these other philosophies and things. All right, they could go along. You can read the Willie letter. And it resonates. Well, it's in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures. So who was that? If that's not us.
Right.
I mean, but when it comes to our people, it's the so-called white man's book. It's the so-called white man's philosophy. It's the so-called white man's religion, where Yahawah don't even give us religion. We start dealing with religion, and that's why we're in this predicament we're in. We're in this captivity. You know?
Well, what I do with people, when they come to me and ask me about some any information that they done found and stuff, and I ask them, this is the question that I ask them, because, and you and I can't have a conversation if we ain't on the same page, and I ask them, do you know what this book is that you hold in your hand called the Bible? And this is how I illustrate it to them. This is the illustration I give to them. This book, there's two books in this thing called this book we call the Bible. There's two books in there, and it's not the Old and the New Testament. It's our history and their history. That's two books that's in there.
That's right.
Now,
I can agree with that.
We have to go. We have to look at that. You have to look at it like, well, you don't have to. You can keep on looking at it any way you want to. But the reality of that, there's two books in there. There's our history and their history. Then they say, well, the New Testament is for us. No, it's not for you. And that's why they was killed off all our descendants, because they had to get rid of them because they knew the truth. Mm-hmm. And so now, if there ain't nobody around that knows the truth, then, and if they kill off everybody else, then they can push their own doctrine. That's where you get your New Testament. Why was there needed a New Testament? Because when the so-called, listen to how I say it, so-called.
Go ahead. I'm just doing it for the people that don't know. Go ahead. Okay.
For the so-called apostles, they didn't write nothing until they had died off the scene. None of them so-called the ones that was following Yahawah, they didn't follow them, man. They didn't come up with nothing that they had written until they were dead and gone. None of them brothers was around when the so-called writings came out. They weren't there to justify or defend themselves, saying that they said this or didn't say it, because they were dead. Now, they had to wait till the brothers leave the scene or kill them, or whichever one that took place too that happened upon them. But then they come out with this New Testament. Well, now there ain't nobody around to defute it. So here we come out with these Greek letters, this Greek portion of history. Now, they had to do that. They had to wait. And then now, it says that over there, I believe it's over there in Ezra, in the book of Nehemiah. And then it said that they would change places in times, in dates. They would go back. I mean, look, even our ancestor Judas over there in the book of the Maccabees, Judas said that they had to go against nations and kings and recover the laws in the books. He said because they had changed it, went in there and printed them images of themselves in not their book, our book. I said, wow. But our people today, they say, you ain't supposed to be reading that book. Well, you're never going to find the truth, because they don't want you to find the truth. They continually want you to be deaf, blind, and dumb, walking around here talking about that you're Gentile. I mean, some of these jakes is Gentiles, for real.
That's true. That's true.
This is the misconception that a lot of people have, that everybody that came over here as slaves, now all of them brothers and stuff that came over here, all of them was not Hebrew.
That's right.
Not all of them.
That's a fact.
So some of them say, I'm a Gentile. They're correct. I mean, there's no, I'm not disputing that. They are correct. Some of them are, but there is a good percentage of those that know that that they are Hebrew, and they just don't know. But some of them, you know, they really don't know what they talk. They say they're Gentile. Well, some of them really are, you know, and they speak the truth. They are Gentiles, you know, so they can do whatever they want to do. But those Hebrews and those that have if they even, some of them have they say something just ain't about this. Something just ain't right about this. Man, this don't sound. What do you think about this? I said, what is y'all telling you? You see, some of them they don't want to believe when y'all talks to them. What they hear. I mean, they just can't believe. They have to find somebody that'll go along with them instead of really trusting the Most High, you know. And look, I have been in association with a variety of people, a diversity of people. You know, I've been around, you know, and but the thing is, I don't need a man's what would you say? I don't need no man's signal or nod or approval to, you know, about what I'm thinking. You know, it just don't work like that. I don't go along with the program just because everybody says it's right. You know, I ain't never been cut like that. You know, and then so when I started thinking, doing some independent, intentional thinking, when I started doing that, then a lot of the so-called people that was my friends, man, I haven't heard from them jokers, man. And man, they'll talk about me behind my back, but they ain't got the audacity to come. They ain't got the cojones to come and talk to me man to man and say, brother, what information have you found? Can you sit down and show me what you found? I mean, they ain't never had that conversation. I don't know what it is, too. I ain't got no gun and told nobody if you come up to me, I'm going to shoot you. I ain't put that word out there like that, but that's the way they act. So,
that's our people, though. Yeah. That's our people. That's our people. That's Jay. I mean, that's if it got a whole lot of folly in it, all right? The more folly it got in it, the more we gonna cling to it as a whole.
Right.
Sad.
You know, but they'll say stuff behind my back, too, but you know, they just don't bring it. They just don't bring it to me, too, but you know, like I ain't gonna argue with nobody. I am not gonna argue with a person that tell me that there's nothing. If they come to me and they say, brother, there ain't nothing that you can tell me, well, then what do we got to talk about? If you telling me, the first thing that come out your mouth says, man, you can't read nothing about this, well, then, my brother, that's the way what can we talk about? You done already set it up that you're not willing to put what you believe on the table and put it on the scales and weigh it out and see. Look, the truth is up by itself. It don't need no one to prop it up. The truth don't need no crutches.
No crutches.
No crutches. The truth don't need crutches.
God.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's where I am with this, man. Look, it's one sister, man, I tried to share some stuff with her, man. She said, well, I believe in, she said, I know Jesus is real. I know Jesus is real. And then but I try to be real simplistic with her, you know, and make it as plain as I could possibly be with her that this person never existed, you know, there was no.
But it's so, hey, cause I know you say you, but you got a picture of Kuta Kinte on the screen behind me. That was embedded in so deep to whereas, you know what I'm saying? Like we even brought out, you could go in Genesis where Joseph, all right, the northern king, all right, when he was sold into bondage, when his brothers, you know what I'm saying, left him, basically, Ishmael picked him up. After Ishmael picked him up and he got done with it, all right, he gave it to the Egyptians. And so there's no ifs, ands, and buts why Israel, history, philosophy, science, and mathematics, and everything else that's attached to us is spread around, just like we are. You know? Just like you said, so-called white man, he had the book under his arm like it was blown, like it was talking to him. And we know it's not. Nowhere in it. Like, as far as being the chosen people, they're not. It's just for the facts, you know. And our people, they just rather be Gentiles. They not just have to dig and plow and ask for forgiveness. You know?
Yeah. Man, I had a brother, man, he just wigged all the way out on me, man, and I just said, okay, look, you know, he asked me to come to his church and do a service for him. Well, then when I got there, he flipped the script on me. And then so I wasn't going to bust him up like that. But since he wanted to do me dirty like that, you know, and he brought in this other dude, you know, and I said, okay, man, look, so I just dropped some knowledge on them. I knew they wasn't ready for it. But, you know, look, I ain't never been no punk, so, you know, hey. So,
God.
Nigga, I'm just
it went down like that the way it went down. I ain't ashamed of it, you know. I'll say it to his face. You know, there's one thing my father taught me: if you can't say nothing to a man's face, don't say nothing behind his back. Nothing I'm saying on this phone right now, on this airway now, there ain't nothing that I wouldn't say to anybody's face. So, you know, hey, you can bring it any way you want to, but I tell you, it's still gonna be pure word when you see me. I'm gonna be the same way.
That's right.
My bicycle don't go backwards. I ain't got no reverse on mine. We go straight forward, man. That's how it go.
Yeah.
Man, but the Whiskey Mouse, you had mentioned the Willie Lynch letter.
The Willie Lynch letter. And that's, he said, I got it. I'm going to pull it up on the screen right quick. I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pull it up on the screen right quick. So.
Okay.
Family be able to see it. They be able to bear witness to it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Let's see. I got it so, I got it too big. Let's see. It's all right. We'll make it through. Let's see. All right. But the main part of it is, let me bear with me, fam. This is our first live recording. See, we got family calling and everybody else calling on the line. I'm gonna put the line up to call in a momentarily. All right, but we're gonna knock this out. All right.
You see, because we are the book, it is important for us to keep the covenant. You see, that's the first thing that you have to identify. See, they don't know who they are. We're the people in the book. Dr. Clark put it very well. He said, man, they took our history, went in there, changed it, put their spin on it, then turned around and sold it back to us.
That's right.
And sold it back to us.
That's right.
And it's great. Dr. Clark said that, man, and I agree with Dr. Clark on that, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We give Dr. Clark a round of hand.
Yeah.
Round of hand for Dr. Clark. Yeah. All praise and glory. See, but everybody got something really significant to bring, but it's nothing like our science. Now, I gave my testimony to Brother Judah. Shout out to Brother Judah in the Torah Nights. He was dropping it. Yahawah bless that brother. You know what I mean? And so he got the science. He got the textbook science of it. You know what I'm saying? All I did was apply it. You know what I'm saying? And I keep it, let's say, Yahawah, you know how I do it. Man, just crying out to Yahawah, you know what I'm saying? And still learning, still digging, still plowing, still being a student, still regardless. Still. All right? And so it don't stop. So when it comes to Israel, like we get to a certain point and we just made it. Like, hey man, we supposed to be working from the sweat of our brow and everything. We supposed to be putting this work in. We servants, man. We supposed to be shining that light. That's the end of our who we are, Israelites. Shining that light, being that perfect light, though, upright. You know what I mean? You can't do it with that middleman syndrome. Can't do it with that middleman philosophy. You got to give all of them sun gods back. And that's just what it is. They all sun gods. All that Egypt stuff, all that stuff that's over there that Paul's pushing, you know, afterwards, you know. He started out all right. He say that in the letter. He also say that in the scrolls. But he went off. And the family like stand with that madness because he went off. And you think you're going to have an excuse, but you're not. You know, Yahawah, he deal, like the brother said, he deal in your breath, in your walk. All right? So you're not finna escape nothing. You ain't finna go hide. All right? It's not. Everything that's in these scriptures is going to come to pass, fam. So you better start storing these treasures up in your city, all right? In your spirit, all right? That's where you need to be at all the time, all right? Keeping it thus said Yahawah, all right? So this Willie List letter, the family, they can, all right? Because today we just on some building things. We're going to still keep you thus say Yahawah now. But today, family, we're going to be on this building thing, all right? For the next few days. This is part 1 of part 5. You know what I'm saying? So we building, we putting it out there, all right? We going across, all right? Basically all of the airways, all right? All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah Khan, all right? The Most High Power of Israel, Kwam Yahawah, all right? So it is what it is, family. And so we gonna keep it moving.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Oh yeah.
That's right. We're going to put this Willie Lynch on the screen. All right. It started out, gentlemen, I greet you. See, I need to get it all on. Let me see. We're going to work it out. Nah, we got to get this all on the screen. Let me come back to this. Let me get it all on the screen because we don't need no witchcraft practitioners trying to bamboozle the family and keep them in that darkness. All right? But the Most High is real. You don't got to die and go see him. All you need to do is get back to the Torah and it's Tanakh. All right? You don't got to die and go see him. All right? Go and check out those brothers. All right? Not only that, Brothers of my got some lessons to help you get your ordinances and your laws and things in order. Go and get them. All right? We ain't putting this out there for ourselves. It's putting us out there to edify the family. But they want to go do hollow wickedness and go drive Nimrod's phallus in their house. They finna go do some wicked Valentine's Day on some fertility god that they don't know nothing about. You know, it's sad. But as long as Israel keep fooling with the other gods, Yahawah gonna keep jacking us up. You ain't seen nothing. And you can go on Esau's technology, they don't know nothing. All right? They don't know nothing. They ain't got a clue. All right? It ain't touching Yahawah. So the only ones that got a chance is Israel and the other nations that's gonna cleave to Israel. That's it. It's the only way. Ain't no other way. Ain't no middleman. Ain't no Jeebus. All right? Jeebus ain't coming out the cloud. He ain't coming out the water. He not coming. All right? He not gonna be pale faced and stringy. And none of that. This ain't no hit or nothing. It's just a fact. All right? We have Willie here. It's not. So it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I had a talk with a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell brothers, man, we have to have an open, brutal conversation. Excuse me. I get passionate, you know what I mean, about our people. You know what I'm saying? Thus say Yahawah. So yeah, we just gotta have that open conversation. It got to be real like that. And it's gonna sting. It's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, just like you when, okay, let's just say if someone close in your family and they lied to you, and you say, man, why you lied to me? And then you feel that hurt and that sting. Well, that's what you're gonna feel, man, when you come across this, when you deal with this truth. It's gonna be some hurt there. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was messed up. I was messed up for a while, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
man, because it hurted. You know, I spent half my life, well, all that up until that point, believing a lie. You know, so it hurted. It wasn't. I couldn't go get nothing to relieve me of the hurt. I had to deal with the hurt, and that's what a lot of people, man. A lot of people can't do that or don't want to do it because they don't want to feel that pain. But believe me, you'll get better. You will. There's one thing I know.
Right.
It will get better.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And so if you for the brothers and sisters, all right, we ain't even dealing with the scoffers, but for the brothers and sisters that just came across the broadcast, all right, because it's going out even on the other side of the globe. All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah, Achad. But if you was to give them, if you had to give them 2 to 3 scriptures, that's 2 minutes for the blood. 2 to 3 scriptures, all right. What 2, 3 scriptures would you give them to resonate that this is you in this book, brother, sister?
Well, what scriptures would I give him?
Just,
we can go to Isaiah. Let's see. let's go to Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah 43.
Isaiah 43. All right.
Behind what I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia, Egypt for thee, which thou precious side.
50,000 watts of funkin' hip-hop power.
Yeah.
Okay. Isaiah 43 and 11.
43 and 11.
Isaiah 43 and 11.
All right.
And it says, even I am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. All right. Let that marinate a little bit. I mean, read that. That would be the one, man. I mean, because they keep wanting a Savior. But, I mean, this is Yahawah talking. He said, even I am the Lord. I am Yahawah. And beside me, there is no Savior.
Kind. That's right. That's right. And so, you're right. You're right. Because the Gentile nations, they want a Savior. So
they want a Savior. They gotta have a Savior. They said, man, if Jesus don't die for our sins, man, we lost, man. We lost, man. We lost. I mean, come on, man. I feel for the brothers that believe like that. You know, they said, man, without man, oh man, come on. You asked me for that one scripture. That's the one that I stand on, man. Yahawah said, beside me, there is no Savior. I am your Savior.
God.
Israel. You my people, Israel. I mean, shoot, don't get no plainer than that.
Kind. And it's up on the screen, just like how you read it out. You know what I'm saying? What gets me is cats that had the book all these years, they still had never come to that conclusion. You got guys that say they've been in the truth 15, 20, 25 years plus and still never come to that conclusion. It's just Yahawah God. Come on now. It's been some backdoor deals, there's some bribe stuff going on. Come on now. Because Israel's supposed to be way farther than we are right now. It's too much discord. It ain't no different than the Christian church. That's what I told one of the brothers. That's why that kind of thing. I love them brothers, you know, but I can't do none of that middleman stuff. And after what Yahawah did for me, all praise and glory be talking about Yahawah God, right? I know.
I mean, look. But when I started searching, and I mean, I listened to a lot of the different Hebrew Israelite camps out there and stuff. So, but then when I put what they were talking about on the scales, it didn't balance out. Okay. I mean, it still came up. I was still left with the same thing with Jesus. I mean, I was still coming up bankrupt on the side of truth.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't scale out. I said, well, no, man. I said, it's the same thing. I mean, even with, there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there, man, they got a lot of information. Some of it's good information. It's a lot of information. For people who just waking up, I would advise them to she would be woke halfway anyway, you know. And at least you done got out the bed. Still walk around with your pajamas on, but at least you out the bed, okay? And but I mean, what a lot of them brothers and sisters have done, they have taken the white Jesus and they painted him black, and then they called him Yeshua. Okay, I understand their line of thinking, but it's still wrong because Yahawah didn't send nobody down here to save you. You know, he said they said, well, he's the Messiah, but the word Messiah is one. I mean, there was a bunch of Messiahs down through our history. We had a bunch of Messiahs.
Okay.
Man, there's one. We had a bunch of Messiahs. You know, and see, they use that word Messiah. They use that to try to throw you off. But you know, I mean, Joshua was the Messiah. Moses was the Messiah. David was the Messiah. I mean, even the first king of Israel, Saul, he was the Messiah.
Well, you know, Cyrus was be the first anointed, or Mashiach, as they call, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. And so, I mean, you know, so they use that word Messiah, you know, like, you know, that's just to trick you up. But, man, look, the only reason they even had Yahawah let them have a king in the first place because they wanted to be wicked like other nations. They said, we want to be like other nations. See, that's the problem with our people, man. We always want to be like other nations, and every other nation trying to be us.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
Every other nation trying to be us. They've gotten so good at us and imitating us that we don't even recognize what they're doing.
Okay.
That's because we're so blind and bugged out on the foolishness, man.
Okay. And the more foolishness, it seems like it's involved Israel gonna be right in line for it. All right? Yahawah, he made us the inside man, but we study outside ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You know, like we was talking earlier, we know that the scriptures is a textbook of the soul. You know what I mean? So, and just like I was talking to one of the brothers of the Torah Nights, you know what I'm saying? We chop it up for a minute. We was going over that. He was saying that that they like using the stones to knock over there. Stones to knock. It's all right, but you still need to go and get that lexicon and that concordance, and go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, and then you will start getting closer to Yahawah. You just start taking out all the impurities of your life. Stop hornmongering. You got some brothers over there scoffing a brother, they looking at porn. You a wicked joker. Man, you should not be looking at no porn, man, trying to get next to Yahawah, man. You jokers is bugged out. You'll never get to holy ground, you'll never wash your hands, and you'll never hop your behind on the altar and sacrifice yourself to Yahawah. All right? You just gonna crisp, straight out crisp you. All right? You walking charcoal. You don't even know. You sitting around here thinking that something gonna come out the sky for you, and that the same people that's brutalizing is gonna save you. The same people that's gave you an education, which is to train animals. Go and look at the etymology of it. Education means to train animals. All right? It's nothing edifying in there. All right? So family need to come up out of all of these different philosophies and things. Yeah, but you are right though. The brothers, they do have knowledge, but they lack the wisdom and understanding. All right? It's sad.
I mean, they go so far, and then they see. Now this is just my opinion. My opinion don't count for nothing. So, it's just my opinion. But, when they get so far, and then they start feeling the pain, and then instead of them going through the whole process, then they'll turn around and they'll take the white Jesus and make him black, and then they come up with this immaculate conception and all that. I mean, look, man, the immaculate conception, that's a fallacy. Okay, I mean, can we agree on that? This immaculate conception is a fallacy.
I mean, that's their whole thing. I mean, you go back with all of the idol stuff. It always go back to the phallus, and then you got the Albert Pike coutiers. All right, they mix the phallus, all right, with the vagina. So that's all it is. It's still the same fire. It's still the same madness. It's still the same witchcraft Israel been doing ever since we ran into Israel. Ever since. And look, all we done was took along the heathens' philosophies and religions and cultures and things. We ain't be doing that. And what they do, they keep giving us the same fire. They keep remixing it. You know what I'm saying? Remixing it. That's all. They remix it and shove it right back down our throats, man. It's sad. Because look, check this out, though. They give us the Jeebus and his father. We're going to say it like that because we know that's not Almighty Yahawah. Okay, all praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah. All right, so they give him the Jeebus and his dad. All right, they even add a dead ghost with it. But so hold on. But regardless of the fact, there's still no woman involved. It's still homosexuality, right? Point blank range. All right, and then they turn around. It's easy to call you an African American. It's easy to call you that because you done already accepted a father and some son that was going to save a nation of people. You need a man, a woman, and a child to build a nation of people. That's a fact. Yahawah's our father. All praise and glory be to Yahawah. Yahawah's our father. The Torah, the Tawara, that's our mother. And we are the children. And that's the order. And when we get back to that, we're lifting high. All right, it's right there in Exodus in the 25th chapter. It's right there. Go and get that, family. You need that in your life. If you know anything that's right, you need that in your life. You need
and
that.
And then see, what a lot of these brothers and sisters, they need to find out what was going on in all these councils that they were holding.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
The Altar Council. All these councils, man, these things were, these Gentiles were there creating stuff to keep us in slavery, rewriting our history and stuff. It's right there. It's right there in the council. They so foundations about, they wrote it down. They told you what they was doing, and then we still deny it. Come on.
But see, here's the thing, though, too. See, because Jacob is dead. You know what I'm saying? We all got the same daddy as far as that goes. So he knew the thought route. He knew he got to do is keep Jake off center. Just keep Jake, man, doing one of the three traps. You know what I'm saying? Defiling the sanctuary, fornicating, and wealth. And he come in every time with that. You know what I'm saying? And There you go, man. It seems like if you're on this way, then there it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's Israel's history, though. Israel been dealing with idols. Israel, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing new. It's just time over for that man. Yahawah, he's finna tear this place up. And if your spirit ain't, if you ain't in the congregation of Yahawah Achad, you are God. You doomed. For real, there ain't no other way to say it. Ain't no other way to say it. Brothers and sisters, you do not have to die to get your pie in the sky. That's folly. All right? Not only is that folly, that's madness. Straight up. So, yeah, that's why Israel ain't got no business over in them other philosophies. All right? And then think you gonna come back bugged out. Like you said, you can't go into them other books, looking around, trying to get something out of them other books. Man, it ain't nothing but a slander trap over there. Stick to the Torah, the Torah, the Tanakh, right? All right? Apocrypha, and them Dead Sea Scrolls. That's it.
Them Dead Sea Scrolls.
That's it. That's it. And, brothers and sisters, you ain't got no business in all that other folly. Right? Straight up. That's how you get hoodwinked and led astray. All right? See? So you can't keep the dust at Yahawah. All right? So you get devoured. You get devoured. Every time you step off holy ground, you stepping out in the boondocks and in the wilderness. All right? Well, Yahawah gave the wilderness and the boondock to Esau. Go and get Genesis. All right? He made him the cunning hunter of the field. All right? So, that's the swordsmith. All right? You're going to get caught up with the swordsmith, family, if you don't get back to this covenant. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? How you skip the whole base and foundation and premise of the book? All right? All praise and glory be to Yahawah. But this was embedded in us, all right? But because, like you said, I was in that situation too. Not only that, I scuffed the temple man, all right? Yahawah got me real good for that. Know what I'm saying? All praise and glory. You know what I'm saying? That temple man, that's our area. You know what I'm saying? The Torah in that temple. All right? It's for Israel. It ain't for nobody else. Ain't nobody else got to worry about understanding. All right? I'm finna put it up here on the screen. All right? This the temple man. All right? What you see right here to my right, man, this the temple man. All right? All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah. All right? That's real. All right? All that other hocus pocus. All right? To lose your focus, that's folly. You're going to die if you don't get right. All right? Now, that animal, that pestle pork chop, keep talking about the law's done away with, and all the rest of that matters, he don't know what he's talking about. All right? As a matter of fact, he's probably a Mason. All right? He taught with a full tongue anyway. That's just a fact. All right? They made an over Lucifer. All right? Lucifer is that God. And when he up there in front of the family, spewing that folly, all right, on sun worship day, it's just what it is. Right? When he up there spewing that folly, okay, he know he got to give you a little truth, because he got to keep you in there. But he going to spew them lies. You know what I'm saying? But like one brother, he said, hey, he brought it out, man. Our people love every little bit of it. Every little bit. Sad. Until all that darkness and that death come along. Because it comes along with it, family. You're not to do both. All right? Period. You're not to do both. All right, let me get up a little closer. Yeah, you're not to do both, family. You can't do both. You cannot serve two masters. All right? So, yeah.
I mean, them jokers, man, They'll tell you right now, I'm in good standing with God. I'm in good standing with God. But they go into church every Sunday, worshiping on that Sunday, that sun worship. There they go. Going out there, breaking the covenant. Every Sunday they go up and they breaking the covenant. Every Sunday.
One more refusal, and I'll turn off the shortwave transmitter and leave you in your dark world forever.
I'm saying.
Kind. But a lot of the family though, they just rather be holding on to the wall because they know that's where the majority are. Like you said, I ain't never been the one going with the majority of the crowd, right? Straight up, I ain't never been that one. You know what I'm saying? And Yahawah, he only looking for a small remnant, so he ain't looking for everybody nowhere. You know?
Hey.
So they ain't no good here. You know? But we supposed to be here storing up our treasure city. Because that's all we taking with us. We not taking nothing physical in this mug. And our people so blind, deaf, and dumb, if you can't see it and touch it with all your feelings and emotions to put involved with it, to put you off the path, because Yahawah said not to be out to the right or the left. All right? We supposed to take that straight and narrow. All right? And we already know. All you know, turn your head for a minute, and there's Jacob. He gonna go out. He gonna go out over there sipping that yang with the heathens. All right? Talk about what Paul said. Paul ain't even in the Levite. When did Paul become a Levite? That's it. But that's Israel though. The more filing, you know. But like you said, I know I was there. I got this Willie Leadership. About to bring on the screen right quick. On this. All right. Let's see now. We got a little bit more work on it. Let's see. Probably can try it one more time, make it a little small. I'm going to try to get everything on the screen. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Bear with me, family. This the first live stream. All right?
50,000 watts of funkin' hip-hop power.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. All right. And still trying to keep it good. All right, I can't do it. All right. Let's see. Okay, I think we're going to get a lot more than I had before. All right, let's get to the beginning. All right, let's see where we are. All right, keep moving. All right. So, all right, here we go. All right, so we have gentlemen, I greet you on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord, 1712. First, I shall thank you, gentlemen. But hold on. Let's I need to get to let's go get out to me. All right. And you know what's so sad? I hear Jakes, so-called conscious Israelite Jakes, sitting up here talking about some good hair and bad hair. Shut up, Joker. All right, get you something to do right.
hear you, brother. I hear you.
Straight foolish. That's a shame. Yeah. So we're gonna get back on. All praise and glory be talking about Yahawah. All right. Yeah, gentlemen, where's the smug at? Yeah, I came back. All right. It said, I'm gonna come down here where it said he got a full proof. Where's the mug at? I got it. Damn, man, I gotta make this. That's all right. See, that's what I say. Every time the hater come out, Yahawah, he do something. Oh, praise and glory be to Yahawah. Man, he's awesome. Yes. All right, so check it out now. Man. Let's see. What is love? It says, oh yeah. Let me see if I can make it smart with that one. You size this mug up for your family, so y'all can see that all it is to see. All praise and glory to y'all. Hey, I thank y'all family. Bear with me. All right. So, let me see. I got this mug. All right. Are we looking good now, huh? We looking real good. All right. So, let me see. Yeah, let me make sure. All right. All praise and glory to Yahawah. All right, so, yeah, this is, let's get to that part where he said, all right, right here. He said, hold on, we'll get it, because everybody can't read, huh? No, we ain't been reading that long, no way. So, a Negro, man. Oh, man. So, look. All right, here we go. Gentlemen, I greet you here on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord, 1712. First, I shall thank you, gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I'm here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me get this set up. All right. With slaves. Yeah. All right. So. All right. All right, here we go, fam. All right, so he said, I'm here to help you. Shalom. I'm here to help you to solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experienced some of the newest and still the oldest methods for control of slaves. Shalom. Ancient Rome were envious if my program is implemented. As our boat sails south on the James River, named after our Lazarus king, whose version of the Bible we cherish, right? See nothing about the Tanakh, right? All right. I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for steadying human bodies along its highways in great numbers, you are here using the tree and the rope on occasion. I caught the whip of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple of miles back. You are not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprisings. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the fields too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires. Your animals are killed. Gentlemen, You know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I'm not here to enumerate your problems. I am here to introduce you to a map. Hold on. Introduce to you a method of SOP. I'm sorry. Salah. I'm not here to enumerate your problems. I am here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your slave. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences amongst the slaves, and I take these differences and I make them bigger. Bigger. And that word ain't even large enough. Bigger. I use fear, right? Distrust and envy for control purposes. Right?
Right. That's what he said.
That's
He said, these Dutchess have worked on my modern plantation in the West Indies, and it will throughout the South. And it will throughout the South. This simple little list of differences, and think about them. On the top of my list is age.
Okay. Now you good, Ken? Take your time. Take your time.
It's age. But it is there only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size of plantation, attitude of owners, whether the slave lives in the valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine or coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of the differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that the distrust is stronger than trust.
All right.
Envious than adulation. Respect or admiration. Now, man, I see now this was a wicked demon.
All right.
And he came over here with this stuff from his plantation in the West Indies to show these devils over here how to break us mentally.
That's right.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
How to set us against each other. Now, man, that is some diabolical stuff, man. That is some diabolical stuff.
Okay. Hey, it's still in effect.
But the thing is that he says in this letter here, and I hope some brothers and sisters or somebody here that ain't never heard it before, man, that they catch this, man. Let me find this here. It says,
Cause that's who I find out. That's who I'm trying to reach. These old stiff-necked jokers, they know they've been Israelites and all that for years and decades, and they say, man, look, man, bruh, you need to go keep studying, man. Don't keep, because you can have love for them, but they don't have no love for you because you ain't got that middleman in your mind, in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
now, Lynch went on to say, he said, our experts warned us about the possibility of this phenomenon occurring. For they say that the mind has a strong drive to correct and recorrect itself over a period of time if it can touch some substantial original historical base. And they advised us that the best way to deal with this phenomenon is to shave off the brute's mental history and create a multiplicity of phenomena or illusions so that each illusion will twirl in its own orbit, something to floating balls in a vacuum, or you know. I mean, look, an illusion. I mean, that's what the Jesus thing is. It's an illusion.
Jeebus is an illusion, family.
You know, I mean, goodness sake.
Jeebus is an illusion.
It's trickery. It's idolatry. And over there in the Tanakh, it says, man, disobedience is a form of witchcraft.
Okay.
If you don't want to keep these laws, and you go on and doing something else, that's witchcraft. And when they go over there in the New Testament, they say we don't have to keep the Mosaic laws anymore. We're under grace. That is being disobedient because Yahawah told us to keep the commandments and laws, and then so that's witchcraft. Now I didn't say that. That's what Yahawah said.
But see, that's what it is, because the family, they need, if you are, like you said, if you notice, they always try to get somebody to co-sign what they mad from. They like, they know they're doing wrong. That's why they looking behind them all the time. But they want you to join in with them. That's the thing. You know? Like, no, Joe, stay on over there and wait till Yahawah send that sword at you. Alright? And you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, right? It won't be no pearly gates. Ain't none of that coming. Alright? And you know, that's all that follow. But yeah, the family, they looking at that part that you was bringing out. What part was that? That was the interloping Negros?
Right. That's over there.
Yeah. Okay. And not only that, for them to take our tongue from us. That's right there in the next paragraph. Why we give us anything with an ish on the end to speak? And if the tongue didn't mean nothing, if our brief didn't mean anything, or what, you know, the brothers and sisters call it Hebrew, it means to cross over. But if it was nothing, why they take it? Not only that, the scriptures was written in that. You know what I mean? That's what Yahawah inspired in. He didn't inspire nothing in no Greek. And he ain't had nothing in no Paul. It states right there in the Strong's Concordance that Paul struggled with the Torah. Now, why the family go and listen to a guy that struggled with the Torah other than the guy that Yahawah gave the Torah to bring down to get us? What we missing here? What's happening? I don't know.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
I don't know.
I know. It's witchcraft.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
Man, that stuff is worse than crack, man.
It is. But Yahawah gonna put them to death if they don't come out of it. That's what it is. That's what it is. You can't go nowhere in the Tanakh or the Torah, because the Tanakh and the Torah, it can stand on its own. That's the foundation. So how it's gonna be over with? How you gonna? I don't see somebody take the foundation under their house and let the walls and the floors and everything else stand up. What is it gonna stand on? That don't make no sense. So you skip the whole base of the book, who it's belonged to. Yahawah is plain. Deuteronomy 1:1. Yahawah gave it to Moses to get at Israel, the Israelites. You know, you got some Christian family who think that new blood covenant that they went and sacrifice themselves to over in Hebrews in the 9th chapter, they thinking that it's gonna do something for them. It ain't doing nothing but taking you farther and farther away from holy ground. All right, that's all it's doing. That's all it's doing, fam. Look, you're not finna sacrifice yourself. You're not even. Look, you ain't finna wash your hands. You gotta wash your hands and you gotta wash your hands and purify yourself and give up all that fire to be refined. You're not finna get on that altar. Yahawah, you're not even finna get on the ground. That's the main reason why the ground was rejected us in the first place. You know? And that lets you know that's not the real Israel that they over there doing witchcraft and homosexual parades on. That's not a Yahawah. Alright? That lets you know that's not the real Israel. That's not the real location that's in these scriptures. Thus say Yahawah. It's not. So, anyway, we're going to get back, because I had to show the family. Look, this temple man right here is real, family. This your son. Alright, so, y'all praise the Lord be talking about y'all Achad. Alright? And like I said, shout out to the brothers Judah now and the Torah Knights. I call them the Levitical Torah Knights. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to deal with them because they keep it, thus say Yahawah, with this Tanakh. Don't nobody want to deal with them. They shun them from all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? We told the brother we was going to get them on there. We need to, get all the little kinks and things out the format, but we all right. We gonna still keep it. Thus say Yahawah. That's all. So that way, cause you always got nigga bots and wiggle bots who always sit up and talk about, man, put the book down and don't talk like the book, man. Talk to me. Listen, Joker. We studied to show ourselves approved so we can give you thus say Yahawah. I ain't finna give you my words. Alright? And this is why we plow and dig. Nah. Because they don't have a book. They have nothing to stand on. They don't have a book. Their book is their own wicked interpretation. That don't amount to nothing. But more darkness. But, wicked dudes with the wicked does. We're going to pull that Willie letter back up on the screen so the family can see it. Alright. So yeah, that control language. It said, look, I'm going to pull that up soon. Let's see. Control language. It said, crossbreeding completed. For further surveys from their original beginning, we must completely annihilate the mother tongue. Right? Annihilate the mother tongue of both the new nigger and the new mule, and institute a new language that involves the new life work of both. Language is a peculiar institution. If it leads to the heart of a people. The more a foreigner knows about the language of another country, the more he is able to move through all levels of that society. Therefore, if the foreigner is an enemy of the country, to the extent that he knows the body of the language, to that extent is the country vulnerable to attack or invasion of a foreign culture. For example, if you take down the slave and teach him all you know about your land, he will know all your secrets. Right? He'll know all your secrets. Right? He'll know all your secrets. Alright? And so, that's the whole thing about it. Like Yahawah said, they took craft and cancer. Alright? So, we are here in those. Alright? So now, he said, let me get back to it. I'm multitasking over here. All praise and glory be to Yahawah Achad. Let's see. It leads to the heart of people. The more a foreigner knows about the language of another country, the more he is able to move through all levels of that society. Therefore, if the foreigner is an enemy of the country, to the extent that he knows the body of the language, to that extent is the country vulnerable to attack or invasion of a foreign culture. For example, if you take a slave, if you teach him all about your language, he will know all your secrets. And he is then no more a slave. See? And that's how important it is. See, you got IUIC, all right, over there. I know some good brothers over there, so I ain't going to bash y'all out, all right? But you got Nate, he a cop, man. He took an oath, man. Nah, man. Not only that, man. Everybody forgot. We'll talk about that. We'll show that. Alright, but still, he sit up there and try to tell you the tongue is not important. You know? And you probably got some other Israelite camps out here trying to spew that same nonsense. That's folly. Why did he even take it? Not only that, you know, Yahawah put us in this darkness. You know, the more we failed, the more he took. You know? And so, it said, for example, if you take a slave, if you teach him all about your language, he will know all your secrets. And he is no more a slave. For you can't fool him any longer. And look, it got big black book print. And being a fool is one of the main, is the one of the basic ingredients of any incidents to the maintenance of the slavery system. For example, if you told a slave that he must perform in getting out our crops, and he knows the language well, he would know that our crops didn't mean you and our crops. Our crops. The slavery system will break down, and he will relate on the basis of what our crops really meant. So you have to be careful in setting up the new language, for the slave will soon be in your house, talking to you as a man. And that is death to our economic system. In addition, the definitions of words or terms are only a minute apart in the process. Values are created. Values are created. With your language. Alright, family? Know that. Alright? Now, values are created. Hold on, get this right. Values are created and transported by communication through the body of the language. And that's what you need to call out to Yahawah with. In the tongue of Hebrew. Alright? Now, a total society has many interconnected value systems. All the values in the society have bridges of language, right? To connect them.
What part are you on?
I'm a control language.
Control language, okay.
Okay. I'm almost at the bottom. I start over a little bit. A total society has many interconnected value systems. All the values in the society have bridges of language to connect them for orderly working in the society. But for these language bridges, these many value systems would sharply clash and cause internal strife or civil war. Oh no, it's going to happen, family. It's going to happen. The degree of the conflict being determined by the magnitude of the issues are relative opposing strength in whatever form. For example, if you put a slave in a hog pen and train him to live there and incorporate in him to value it as a way of life completely, the biggest problem you will have out of him is that he will be worried you about provisions to keep the hog pen clean. Or the same hog pen and make a slip and incorporate something in his language whereby he comes to value a house more than he does his hog pen, you've got a problem. He'll soon be in your house. That's right. That's right. That's right. And who put us in this? Yahawah put us in this. No? And he the only one gonna get us out of it. All praise the Lord be to Almighty Yahawah God. That's right. And so, if the family, hey, if you don't get nothing else, get that. Know that. Because Yahawah ain't playing with us. He's not playing with us. And so the family looking for the other nations to try to get right. Yahawah ain't dealing with no other nations. He only dealing with us, man. That's it. And so, can't have it both ways. You know? And so.
No, you can't have it both ways.
Okay. No. So,
I'm gonna have to get out of here. I gotta go take care of some things. But man, I should appreciate Yahawah God for giving me this opportunity to break bread with you and the family. Man, all praise be to Yahawah.
All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah God. And we gonna get out of here ourselves, man. And we want to thank you for tuning in, chatting in. All right, we're gonna take some calls next time. All right, we're gonna put the number out. So all praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah God. All right, peace and love to you, family. To all of the Israelites, spread it to the four corners. All right, we love you. All right, come back to this covenant of Yahawah God. And all right, and all your Torah-based brothers and sisters. All right, Barakatah to you and your families. All right, KERRY. All right, for Yahawah God. All right, Yahawah.